Yenantie say, Sisia dear, even keeping gold in your house as an individual is a crime because I was register with the Ghana Gold Board before Benya to myself bet me ekra gold ewa wankasa wofie holding or possessing gold in your own home no is now illegal. Asemo we enamusuma accepting the gold board say ebeba beye an institution in Ghana here no akwakoya asem because minority for during sa assembly no almost sorry enanti EPA free Parliament House say they can never be part of this omontimi entina homa NDC for impasse sa adie no nti omonante free Parliament House na yebekwa kotie sa insema ekoso about gold board no indi kan hwe abra na minority and anti-free Parliament House because they are refusing to be part of passing Ghana Gold Board. Some bejiatu. The minority na omubofua are walking out of the Parliament House. Yeah. Because they cannot be part of this.
The fact that it is focusing on small-scale mining. If care is not taken, we may end up promoting Galamsey. And that is of grave concern to this side of the house.
Afenyo Markin na ekasa.
Mr. Speaker, we also believe that there should be further stakeholder engagement on this bill. Mr. Speaker, already we know all the challenges that the SOEs are facing, the monies that we give to them from the states, and the drain on the public purse. Are we creating another bureaucracy? Couldn't we have conceptualized this and given it to the private sector to still achieve the same purpose?
Private?
Today, whereas the Ministry of Agri needs more money and is not getting it, we are giving $270 million to the Gold Board with the aim of regulating and ensuring that they get the gold from the market and export. Those who are going to benefit from this, if they don't pay back, what would the state do? And let's not pretend
So don't worry.
If they don't pay, what would we do? Especially when they camouflage themselves as party activists, then they tie our hands. We must be careful as a nation. Mr. Speaker, I am worried. I am worried. I am worried. The way as a country we invest in some social interventions and ends up becoming a consumption must be of concern to all of us.
Yeah.
Can't we allow the private sector to look for the capital to engage in a thing like this, whilst the state would only be regulating without any investment by the state? Because oftentimes our people, without the necessary orientation, take these as their bona fides that they don't have to pay back. I am concerned. My respected colleague, Dr. Amin Adam, who earlier debated, talked about the governance structure of this board. Very political, institutional representation. What private sector orientation would we get? And it is even sad to hear that this board is not aiming at making profit. So we're going to give them free money, go and buy the gold, trade, and then return the capital.
Really?
If they need money week on week, they will take money. We know the challenges that Cocoa Board has had, and we've been complaining about Cocoa Board.
Okay.
Nearby Cote d'Ivoire, cocoa is in the private sector. The private operators are dealing with cocoa, and they are still achieving their 1 million tons and above. And here in Ghana, we say the state should control even buying inputs. It's the same thing we are repeating in this.
Yeah.
We want to create a gold board, a chief executive to be politically appointed, a board with representations from institutions, also to be politically appointed. I'm not saying political appointment is bad. I'm not saying that. But we know that people often take advantage. Are we going to achieve what we mean to achieve, what we want to achieve? Mr. Speaker, let's tread with caution. If you come to the issue of centralization and monopoly, the risk involved. One, the policy gives Gold Board excessive control over gold trade.
Yeah.
Making it a government monopoly. Is that what we want? Ghana prides itself as a free market economy. Are we going to create another monopoly? Is that what we want? And this law also prevents private license buyers from directly engaging with miners. Obviously, this will discourage investment and affect competition.
Okay. Yeah.
Added to this, Mr. Speaker, the state's involvement in the trading also means that the pricing, liquidity, and market access could be subject to political interference. That comes without doubt.
Of course.
Now let's look at the impact of this on small-scale miners. So, miners would only be forced to sell to Gold Board. What that means is that there is likely to be unfair pricing if the Gold Board sets lower than the market rates, and the possibility of increasing smuggling, the very thing we want to prevent.
Okay.
There will be no room for negotiation. We say that people use illegal means to export gold, but it's setting up this bureaucracy an answer to it. Mr. Speaker, we are aware that PMMC has struggled in the past, and now converting it into a gold board without addressing the management inefficiencies could replicate old problems under a new name.
Okay.
PMMC, we know the challenge is there. I am aware that there's a new leadership, there's a new chief executive, but have we addressed the inefficiencies there? Mr. Speaker, let's tread with caution as a nation. The women banking got only 51 million. Agriculture got 924 million. Even the mighty big push got only $800 million. This money could have been invested in agriculture to create a certain value chain that would have positive impact on our people. The people in Oti, the people in Volta, the people in Central, those farmers, those who are involved in rice farming, we could have invested agriculture to create a local grow, feed, and benefit. Mr. Speaker, let it be said that we had 10 years, 7 years, nothing was done. It's fine. It's the reason why there's a new government.
Okay.
You also made mistakes in the past, but you are back. You say reset. My duty is to constructively criticize you, but to support you. Mine is not to obstruct you. My being in opposition doesn't mean obstruct.
Yeah.
Never, because I've been in government before. I know how hot that seat is. So there may be things you may be doing that because of the power, you may not see anything wrong with it. My
Afenyo Markin deserves a clap. Afenyo Markin deserves a clap for this. As someone can say, the fact say he is in opposition doesn't mean say he wants the sitting government to fail. Nimum no, he is there to also support because yebaba biano and also so etimobi.
Job, however guilty I may be, is to point out that can you do it right? Mr. Speaker, if we cannot find money for farmers to create a new value chain for agriculture, but we can create the same space for this, what happens if things go bad? Mr. Speaker, I can only wish the government well.
Sure.
But there are red flags. And I would plead with government, especially the young man who is going to be the founding chief executive of this firm.
Sammy Gyamfi.
He's a lawyer. He's made his name in the political space.
Yep.
He should see to it that if this law is passed, he leaves a legacy to guide the future. Because, Mr. Speaker, there are clear dangers. The risks are obvious. They are imminent. We shouldn't take it for granted. So, my brother Sammy Gyamfi, this is a call on you to ensure that you create an entity that will benefit Ghana. Otherwise, there may be people walking around. I campaign for JM. I campaign for Merikopoku. I campaign for Harun Edrusu. It may not be true. And they will come and take the money. What guarantees are we putting in place? If you take the money, are you going to post a guarantee that if you don't buy the gold, you will return the money? Mr. Speaker, this is a serious matter. My mathematics is not good, but multiply $270 million by 16. What do you get? 279 million. Multiply it. 279 million
by 16.
By 16.
By 16 near day.
Mr. Speaker, you are looking at 4.6 billion Ghana cedis. This is dollars. We are taking 4.6 billion cedis to give out for the purchase of gold. Whereas we can just invest 2 billion in agriculture and even get more by way of value chain. If we are implementing Nkukon Kitenkiti and implementing it well, with less than 1 billion, we can get more and more people will benefit. If we invest 1 billion in this women banking, more women would have access to credit, to trade, and pay back. Mr. Speaker, we must be careful.
Mr. Speaker, we must be careful. When in Sama Afenyo Markin, a minority leader, Sama or dear Tujanono. Now it baffles me, senior. It's only when a party is in opposition and among Sama Mokikano, Sebio, it makes sense. Only when they are in opposition. And Ghana for Brennan Shadante Sassam say. Anyways, if you think Sammy Gyamfi's gold board now, set it up, no, it's in the right direction. Leave your comment in the comment section. So only omonya adwen so trogu hodum sama besian so shiabium in our next video. Makramo.